Hey, so it's been a while since my last review, and today I thought I'd get back on track. So what's my latest victim? Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. So without further ado, let's get started.
Our story begins by showing a ship called the SS Libra transporting a bunch of rare Pokemon. Suddenly, a swarm of dark Pokemon being controlled by Power Ranger, a group of bandits called Team Cypher appear and lift it right out of the sea, tossing its crew members overboard. Gee, thanks a lot. The scene then cuts to you, an Eevee trainer who witnesses a man named Professor Crane being kidnapped by Team Cypher. Fearing what Cypher will do next, everyone decides that the best option is to send you out to investigate what they're up to. The gameplay is exactly what you would expect from a Pokemon game. Catch Pokemon and train them to be your slaves, friends. Most battles will be done with 2 Pokemon out at a time. I thought this added a bit more strategy to the game, but it can also make the battles drag on for quite a bit, causing the game to get rather boring when you have back-to-back battles, which happens a lot. The concept of catching Pokemon is actually done differently than in previous titles, but in order to explain it, I'm going to have to give you a little backstory. Apparently, Team Cypher is taking normal Pokemon and infecting them with dark powers, turning them into shadow Pokemon and making them stronger. That's where the catching part comes in. In order to steal shadow Pokemon away from Team Cypher, they'll use the Snag Machine, which will allow you to, steal them. Kind of mentioned that earlier. I thought stealing the Pokemon away from other trainers was kind of cool, but then again, I am a thief, so it was bound to happen sooner or later. Unfortunately, a Pokemon in its shadow state can't level up, so you'll have to purify them in order to set them back to normal. There are 2 ways you can do this, by bonding with them in battle and then taking them to a special stone thingy, or by putting them in a purification chamber which you can unlock later in the game. Apart from just stealing shadow Pokemon, the only other way to catch Pokemon is to set bait at random spots. Unfortunately, this system is slow, and all the Pokemon that appear are about level 10, and by that point in the game, your team will already be well over that level. Instead of routes connecting each individual area, you have a world map which allows you to travel instantly from area to area, which I didn't really mind a whole lot. In order to access new areas, you'll have to hear about them from other people who will tell you how to get there. The areas themselves are pretty nice for the most part. They all had unique designs and were fun to explore. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness was an okay game. The level designs were pretty cool, and I liked how you could steal Pokemon from other trainers. But due to the fact that battles would just drag on and on, resulted in me getting bored with this game pretty quickly. To be fair though, I didn't actually finish the game, so there may be other redeeming features about it that I didn't get a chance to enjoy. Also, I have a friend who loved this game, and he's a huge Pokemon fan, so don't give it a pass just because of what I said here.
So what's the verdict? Well, I think this game would be most enjoyed by big fans of the franchise or just people who are more, patient than I am. Still, it's a pretty good game, and I think it deserves a 7 out of 10.